Ready to go fishing? Huh? You wanna go catch some fish? Yeah? Want to? Beautiful out here. Hey, welcome back to the channel. We have got a beautiful fall-like day, and we're gonna go throw a frog around. Just got a hold of some new frogs from a new company to me, Copper Red Baits. I've got 5 different frogs in a variety of colors, 2 different styles. The wave frog is 2.5 inches long and 9/16 of an ounce. And then their bigger frog is called, where is it at? Oh, the tsunami frog. And it's 3.5 inches and 1 ounce. So quite a bit bigger, quite a bit beefier. They come in a bunch of cool colors. I'm gonna pull them out real quick, take a look at them. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. See, I was just sitting there though. Pulled it a couple times, let it sit. Oh, God. Came back for it. Come on. Just sit there and shake it, maybe he'll eat it. Definitely liking the brown or the black. Come on, buddy. I know you want it. Go through some of the standard colors first. This is called white out. Just your standard white frog. It's got a little bit of red on the bottom end. And look at this frog. It's very unique to me. This is the first time I've had these out, so we're gonna go play around them and see what the action's like. But it's like a popping / walking frog. It's got this little cup, a little lip. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got this little lip on the throat, and the line tie is at a unique angle. So it's supposed to pop and walk. One thing I did notice is the body is super soft. Look at that. I mean, I'm barely pushing down on that. There's a 4/0 hook on their wave frog, and I think a 6/0 on the tsunami frog. But I'm liking that. I mean, that weight is out of the way. The hook looks nice, and I really like that soft plastic. That's really important on frog fishing, to have a body that folds away from the hook and gets out of the way and lets that gap work. So that's white out. Here's the other color called Dirty Rat. So this is a black with, I don't know, kind of greenish olive brown. No, brown. I'd say that's brown. I'm halfway colorblind if you didn't know by now. But black and brown. It's got the cool little tribal tats on the bottom. Really good looking frog. It's got thinner skirt material for the legs, so I bet it's gonna walk really good. So here's a unique color. This is called purple shad. So this is definitely your shad. It's got that nice silver sparkly bottom, got some orange on there. It's got the line bars, same photo weight. This one's a little bit stiffer than the white. Well, no, it's not. It's about the same. But that's a pretty cool color. And the last color that I have in the wave frog is called Papa Smurf, which is a really cool color. It's that kind of baby blue, purple color. It's not a color that people throw much. I haven't thrown it a whole lot, but we're gonna check it out. Another thing I noticed on the belly of this thing, it's got these little ribs. I don't know exactly what that's gonna do, but I'm excited. And then the bigger frog, that tsunami frog, is just midnight. So it's your standard black, nothing fancy here. It's got those big ugly red eyes, but look at the hook on this thing. This is a big frog, guys. I mean, look at that. Look at that hook. It's soft too. That is a very meaty hook. So I'm excited to go try these out. We're gonna throw them around, tie a couple different colors on, and I'll let you know how things work out. All right, first impressions of the frog. It casts really good. Casts really good, and it's really easy to walk, which is kind of what I suspected. Having a little bit thinner skirt strand for the legs, it really walks well. Casts well. Haven't got a bite on it yet, but it's only about my 5th or 6th cast, and it definitely comes through the grass just like you would expect it. So I'll do a couple more tests on this thing. That's what's impressive right there. How that frog gets out of the way from that hook. How does it skip? Dude. I think it skips good. Doing a little skipping test. Let's see. Yeah. Skips pretty good. I'm tying on that purple shad color now. It's definitely more shaddy. All kinds of glitter and fancy stuff in it. Black and blue legs. A little orange on the throat. It's a pretty cool color. It's a pretty cool little color. Had 3 bites on it. They were just smaller fish. So I'm trying all these colors out. I'm gonna cut this off. This is a purple shad, but I like that color. I think that's gonna work in the right situation. But I'm gonna tie on my favorite fall color, which is you know, black. This is called Dirty Rat, but it's got some brown. Brown's actually one of my favorite colors too. So brown and black, and we're gonna keep bouncing around. First impressions of this frog, it's really cool. It's very, very easy to work. Very easy to work. You just snap your line and keep your reel handle going, and it walks really, really well. The first one I had tied on was the white one, and it took in a little bit of water. This one here is not taking in any water, but I would much rather have a frog that takes in a little bit of water and has a soft plastic, you know, soft enough plastic and gets that hook gap open. That white one, dude, if something even snips that thing, I know I'm gonna catch it, because it's soft. It just breaks away. So no problems with just squeezing a little bit of water out every once in a while. As far as the popping action, I mentioned it walks really, really well. And it doesn't have the same popping action as like an actual popping frog, like a Spro Bronzeye 65 popping frog, or a Booyah Pad Crasher, popping pad crasher. It does have spitting action, but it's subtle. It's kind of cool when you turn it. If you snap it kind of hard, it sprays a little bit to the side. So it's more of a finessey spray. It's really cool though. It feels like a really high-end frog. Just the way it's balanced and stuff. When you get a little bit of water, and like in that white one, it does kind of tail down a little bit, and then it wants to do this. And that's another thing, it walks. You can walk it like this, or you can walk it like this really well, because of the way that line tie is. So pretty cool. I'm happy with it so far. I just need to get some bites to see how the hookup ratio is, but the hook looks right, the weight's in the right place, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to try this Dirty Rat color, and then I'm going to try that bigger one. You know, the Tsunami is like the bigger frog. I'm going to throw that sucker around a little bit and see if I can coax something. Really, I'm just out here testing these out. I just want to see how everything works. So I'll do a little comparison to some of the other more popular frogs out in the market, just so you can get like a size difference and stuff. We'll do that here in just a second, but I'm going to change these out and try to catch fish. I got it or not. I got a lot of grass. There might be a fish in there. If it is, it's a little one. Anybody home? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got us one in there. We got us one in there. Look at that. Grass bass. Sucker blew up on it. We found a little stretch. He's got some fish. He's getting ready to jump. He doesn't even know he's hooked. Now, that is how you want him to eat it. That fish sucked it right in. Get rid of all this grass. Look at that. Ate that frog. Old brownie, man. Well, black and brownie, Dirty Rat. Dang, that was a good hook set. That was fun. I'm like, did he get it? Did he get it? I let him eat it. I'm excited, can you tell? I love frog fishing. It's just kind of starting to pop off right now. So I'll let this guy go. Thanks, buddy. if you can tell how this thing's got how it splashes, it's just kind of cool. It's different. When you pop it from side to side, it throws a little splash. It's kind of cool. Cadence is real important in frog fishing. The bites that I've been getting, I've been hitting it like 1, 2, 3, and just letting it sit for like 5, 6 seconds. So you can see the little frog over there. Hit 1, 2, 3. Just let it sit. They've been hitting it on the paws. A lot of times you want to come through a grass mat and work it really fast, and you're gonna leave behind a lot of fish. I mean, you're doing that right there. They know that something's on top of the mat. It's getting their attention. So if you just let it sit, it gives them a chance to come over there and find it. And plus, most people are moving pretty fast. I mean, a lot of times I'm moving way too fast, but if you're in a good mat and it's acting right, you got bait flipping around, you're hearing a little bit of sucking, bluegill, that kind of thing, take your time. Slow down, you're gonna catch more fish. No different than worm fishing. All right, let's compare this copper red frog to some of the other frogs that are out on the market, is based on you know, shape and size and that kind of stuff. So this is the copper red frog. This is the wave frog, and here is the Booyah Pop and Pad Crasher. So I'm just gonna hold this camera like that so you can kind of get a reference. It's you know, it's a little bit longer than the Pop and Pad Crasher. Here's this is a Strike King KVD, the Perfect Frog. So it's just slightly longer. I tried to go with white just so you guys can get a good reference. Just a little bit longer than that, a little bit bigger. Here's the Scum Frog. This is the launch frog. Similar, this is, you know, fatter, but about the same length really. And here is the Spro Bronzeye 65 Popping Frog. So it's, you know, it's kind of got that slender profile like that. This is a little bit narrower than this. And then here's a Terminator Frog. So similar to that. This is the Ish Frog. So, you know, it's definitely that standard size frog. Another thing that's kind of cool about this frog, and I mentioned it earlier, is it's got these little ribs on the belly. And I guess that is for when, you know, a fish blows up on it, maybe it's the teeth have something to grab a hold of to suck the frog in a little bit better. Not 100% sure on that, but that kind of makes sense. It's cool regardless. I like how it has a little bit of red on the throat. I don't know, it's that bloody throat. Fish are suckers for frogs with bloody throats. Bite, missed him. The frog's fault. That was my fault. Something you can do if you're having problems walking a frog, and I typically do this anyway, is you can cut these legs down. Now these legs are, there's not a lot of skirt material. This sucker walks really good, so that's not an issue at all. But I think sometimes a shorter skirt gets more bites. I mean, I think the fish have a tendency to nip this skirt. If you got a little bit shorter skirt, they go more towards the hook. So what I typically do is you can take this frog, hold it upside down, and trim the skirt, you know, maybe by the nose or to the eye. That seems to be a good spot. So we got the eye of the frog, not the eye of the tiger, but eye of the frog right there, and I'm just going to trim it right there. Then you turn it around. There's one little extra long one. Turn it around, and I'll just come right across there like that. A little bit shorter legs. And if you're getting bites and you think you're throwing the right color, especially on top of a mat, sometimes they're biting that skirt, sometimes trimming that skirt even more, because when you're on a mat, you're not really trying to walk the frog. You're just kind of pulling it. It's more of a presence. So you don't even have to have any legs on there when you're throwing up on the mats. But just shortening that skirt, shorten these legs up a little bit, it's going to help that frog walk a little bit more. Frog's not hot and heavy yet. In the morning it is. It's really close. The water temps are still in the 80s, and you know, for me, once they get down in the low 70s, seems like a lot of the bait starts pulling up in the grass, and the bass follow shortly after. And that's when the frog bite can get really good. So we're still a little bit away from that, but there's always fish willing to bite a frog. You just got to find the right stretch of grass. I mean, that thing walks so dang good. Look at that, it almost spins around backwards. It does. It actually spins around 180. Dang. You hit it and just give it slack, it literally turns all the way, look at that, all the way around. And this isn't even really like a rod with a lot of tip. This is more like a straight up mat rod or a heavy toed rod. So that's got a 6/0 hook in it, man. That sucker's beefy. All right, thoughts on the Tsunami. It's pretty cool. I can definitely see where this is gonna come in handy. It literally, when you hit it, give it slack, it turns like all the way around. And then you hit it again, it turns all the way around. It's got a lot more commotion, a lot more spitting action than the wave frog. So windy conditions, rain, overcast, that kind of stuff, or when the fish are just real aggressive, I can see this dragging up some big fish. And it's got look at the hook on that thing, like a 6/0 hook, I believe. It's got some legit hooks, and it's soft too. It is soft too. So definitely a place in the box. I'm gonna trim this skirt, trim these legs down a little bit, but it's legit, man. I like it. There he is. There he is. There he is. That was a heck of a blow up. The old dirty rat. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, that's a good one. Good fish. Man, that sucker hit just like you want. Come here, Bubba. Got him. All right, there we go, folks. That's awesome, man. You know, first like legitimate bite, and that sucker got it in his mouth. It did what it was supposed to. This right here is my favorite, like my favorite fall color, like a black or a brown, something like that. I just love this color in the fall. Pretty decent fish, and man, that was fun. So give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna let this guy back. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. That was fun. Thank you, man. Get on out of here. But I like this frog. I'll leave a description, or I'll leave a link in the description box for this frog. It's a finessey kind of feeling frog. Cash really good. I'm definitely going to be playing around with it. They got several other colors. I just got a few of the colors, like kind of the standards, but that Papa Smurf's like a different one. That purple shad's a little bit different. And I'm impressed with it. You know, I like the way it walks. I like the spitting. It has just a little bit of a finesse kind of spit. I would say it's like a finesse popping frog. It's not like the big cup frog. It's bloop, bloop, bloop. It's a softer. It's more finessey and something, maybe it's something a little bit different. If you're fishing in a lake that's got a lot of frog fishing pressure, maybe will get you an extra bite. I don't know, but either way, I don't care. It's pretty cool. So that was fun. I love that. It just gets, it's so hard to not pull the frog away from the fish when they do that. That's exciting. Until next time.